Why? Liverpool obviously desperate to sign Iraola new Semenyo. There might be those, as Liverpool fearing the worst following a modest summer window. But under Iraola has already proven he can maximize what he has at his disposal. Following that fine recent spell at Bournemouth, the best goal boss lost almost his entry backline last summer, yet really kicked up a force, while also embarking on a remarkable undefeated run in the wake of Anthony Semenyo exit to Manchester City on a £64 million deal. Semenyo has helped to kickstart that 18-game streak by netting the winner against Tottenham Hotspur on his final carries of France, with all parties reaping the benefit of that amicable departure. From a promising championship talent at Bristol City, the Ghanaian emerged as Premier League powerhouse under Iraola watch, with the future certainly looking bright for Liverpool's current crop of winger thenceforth. Semenyo record under Iraola at Bournemouth. Just watching on the Aston Gate a few seasons ago might well be surprising to learn that Semenyo is now the Manchester City sensation, fresh from having scored 17 goals in 25-26. There were signs of promise back in Bristol, including his 20-goal involvement in the Championship in 2021-22, but the London-born Swede star didn't boast the body of work to suggest he could explode at Premier League level. And yet, the 27-year-old has been shining off late, perhaps overhyped due to her version of Iraola, the new Liverpool boss having moved to the short course in the summer of 2023, 6 months after Semenyo of January switch. Their first position, working together saw the two-footed wingers score 8 times and register 2 assists in the top flight, before they added a further 16 goal involvement during the Churi breakout 2024-25 campaign. A rampant start in 2025-26 following report of Manchester United interest last summer, saw Semenyo secured a deserved move to the Etihad, having risen from the Championship to the Champions League in double quick time. The fight and work of Iraola were central to that, with the one-time Newport County winger occasionally scoring and assisting 44 goals in just 99 games under the ex-Chelsea boss. The like of Victor Munoz and YNWA may well benefit from Iraola coaching this season, yet with Mohamed Salah voice still there to be filled, don't rule out further incoming. How Liverpool can strike Iraola next Semenyo? The backline at Anfield has been strengthened at the surprise loan arrival of Ronaldo following the failed capture of Jeremy Chiquet, but the aforementioned Munoz remained the only attacking incoming this summer. Considering Hugo Ekitiko remains sidelined, and with Kerry Gaffer continuing attention from Tottenham Hotspur, there is real threat of depth and genuine quality. The Red perhaps still left to rule the decision to move on Luis Diaz a year ago. Alas, it's better to look forward than the rear view mirror, with hope still high that Paris Saint-Germain Iraola can be marketed saying that the message started and ended off. In the view of Daily Mail, Lewis Steele, speaking to TalkSport, PSG are still usually desperate to snap up the placement this summer, with Iraola himself also keen on the move. Iraola himself seemed to be quite keen on making the move happen. Liverpool are usually desperate to make the deal happen, and PSG seem like they are open to selling. Both parties and the player appear to be open to this deal going ahead, with finance likely to be the only sticking point, as well as PSG own shot for all of cement. If terms can be agreed before the deadline, if for March start a call for Liverpool, with Iraola fitting the Semenyo will add a lagging fast winger who can be a driving force of Iraola forward line. The key feature of Iraola game is returning speed and innate dribbling forward. The 23-year-old notably averaging 1.2 successful dribbles per game in Ligue 1 last season, as well as 1.1 per game in its Champions League. For comparison, Semenyo was only just ahead with a 1.6 average like the Premier League across his time without Bournemouth and City in 25-26. So depth at breathing full back at 12. In Iraola's case, he essentially made in May Champions League final win over Arsenal, certainly the Gunner defend of the bench with a handful of starting run in behind, but otherwise ended with a shot that flashed into the side and netting. A year earlier, in the jumping 5-0 win over Inter Milan in Salford, the former Lion were also embarked on the stunning solo run late on, coming only close to netting one of the great Champions League final goal. Much like Semenyo, his match winner and the game changer, someone who can deliver the good himself for tee up opportunity for teammates. In 2024-25, for instance, he reached a double figure for both goal and assist in Ligue 1, while notably netting 11 league goals in last round for the French champions. While firmly deployed on the left flank, Bercolades mirror Semenyo as a winger who can drift over to the other flank when needed. With his delightful thing against Senegal in the World Cup having come following a bruise into the right channel, he is the explosive, dynamic winger that Iraola doesn't seem to have in his arsenal right now, with its exciting to predict what the Liverpool boss can do with such an elite talent, having already seen the like of Semenyo blossom under his tutelage.